The time is 8:00 a.m.
That's right, folks. Good morning. The time is 8:00 a.m. This is VA3EWV. Now we're pausing for priority traffic. Nothing heard. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 24th, here at On the Air with VA3EWV. We have 5 degrees outside this morning, humidity 99%. Looked like there was a bit of precipitation last night. My laneway looks pretty moist out there. We're looking at a high of 13 today, a low of 9, and it shows 0% rain for the forecast today, but we don't know if that's going to be good or not. Heard a couple people in there earlier having some fun on the radio. This is VA3EWV with the On the Air show. And today is PTT Tuesday, Push to Talk Tuesday. So, yep, radios were meant to talk on and listen to as well. But I didn't fail 7 tests just to get out there and listen. So it's Push to Talk Tuesday. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
VA3KCB numero uno.
VA3KCB. Oh, by the way, this one I may not live stream everything or record everything, but today this one is on because there's some people in the other part of Canada, a lot of new hams with the Annapolis Valley Radio Club there, and some of them don't yet have their license, but they love to listen in. So these are recorded. Sometimes I will announce it. If I forget, just already know that you could be recorded on this. Anyway, VA3KCB, come on in.
Well, good morning, Ernest. Weather report down at the river is, well, probably the same as St. Andrews. It is drizzling down here. There are drops on my windshield, so I'm not too sure if that's just a local thing. It does look like it's going to be a nice day. River is very, very calm. And that's pretty much all I have to report for this morning.
Good, and thank you for that report. Any other mobiles out there? Please come now.
VA3 PTT Mobile, Simon on the 138 southbound.
Simon, you're sounding pretty good out there too, coming in full quieting here. And you're on the 138 already, you said, over?
Yeah, Roger, good morning, Ernest. Nice to hear from you again. I'm just sitting through St. Andrews property or Dundas Street. Like the gentleman before said, a little hazy, a little cloudy out here this morning, but nothing to report. And just heading back into Cornwall for another beautiful day. So we'll see how things go. Thanks for running the net. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far. VA3TZT Mobile.
That's right. Thank you so much. And you know what? It's so nice, and it makes your trip so much shorter when you have a little companionship there to talk to. You know, all of us had a little bit of a, maybe not all, but most of us had a little bit of a lever meter action back in the day. And there was nothing like going outside burning gas in the car, right? Because gas was free back then. Just rolling around doing nothing, talking on the radio. Thank you for joining us in there, VA3DZT. Okay, any more check-ins? Please come now. Well, nothing heard. It's 8:04 a.m. Pretty early in the morning. We have 2 check-ins so far there. Rick down by the Riverside and DZT, VA3DZT, heading toward. Hey, by the way, what does your DZT, does it stand for something? Over?
Negative. I thought a lot about it when I got my license, and I was looking at the phonetics and also in Morse code, and of course what was available on the Industry Canada call sign search site, and I did a little bit of deliberation, and I just liked how DZT, DZT kind of rings, and in Morse code it has a nice kind of timbre to it in Morse. Not that I'm an expert in Morse, but I figured out that it does have a decent kind of cadence. But yeah, no initials, no abbreviations for that one. My initials were taken. Back to you.
Hey, no problem. You know, if you want to get out there and sound it out one day, hey, we'll love it. I know a couple of hams. There's one that comes on in the morning, VA3EWV. He will sound it out every now and then. You're right. It's the timbre, right? Just like on the level meters, when you're talking on those, when you're listening to those guys talk on those milliwatt, and that's not even a thing. Not megawatt, not kilowatt. I'm talking about milliwatt stations. You know, you turn to channel 6. You hear them on 6, 7, 8, and 5, 4, 3, and 2. They're bleeding over so much, but they have kind of a cadence to it too. So anytime you want to go out there and beep, 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 you know, we'll listen to it. All right. Any more check-ins out there? Please come now. All right, we have one of those quiet storms here this morning. We're going to just put it over to the general there and let you guys talk. DZT, go ahead on since you're mobile.
After that, yeah, I'm just heading on the 44 here. Gonna be arriving at my destination QTH in a few minutes here. So I just wanted to once again say hello and encourage people to jump in on the net if they have the time. And yeah, hope everyone's having a great morning so far. It's a little bit yucky out here, but still plenty of more daylight to go. So I'll leave it at that. VA3EWV VA3EWV
Thank you for that too, and you can be excused at your convenience as you get to your QTH. See, I'm learning all those little things, you know, QTH and QSY and all that good stuff like that, right? So it's been a good experience. Anyway, we're on the air with VA3EWV. Today is Push to Talk Tuesday, and Tuesday is usually our tongue-tying day too. So hey, Rick and I have been here almost every day together for months. And Tuesday can be a little tricky. This one might be about 15 minutes long today. You never know, right? Over to you, VA3KCB.
Well, hopefully there's a few other fellows that will check in there. I'm sure there's a bunch of them sandbagging. I know that for a fact. And, well, they're all biting at the chip. Biting at the chip. They're all biting just to chime in there, but they're just a little bit shy.
Or getting that morning coffee in there. You know, coffee has to be started. I know I was thinking I was going to be running late because I couldn't find the sugar. So I bought a brand new bag of sugar. But we buy a little bag of sugar. I think it's a 2-pound bag. And I think it lasts us almost close to about 6 or 7 months, eh? Because I can't drink coffee black at all. And I'm only a seasonal coffee drinker. Actually, I'm a fake coffee drinker. I just have the coffee at the coffee classes that the club has. And I may have 1 or 2 there. And we were doing a little kitchen remodeling. And we had a water cooler in there, but we got the new fridge that has water in it. And we had the coffee machine to carry, but the wife wanted some little, what we call tall grass or high dollar coffee pot. So I inherited that for my shack. So I'm pretty proud of my shack there. I got coffee maker, cold water and stuff, you know. So anytime people want to come over, I can entertain in the shack. Anyway, we're looking for check-ins this morning. This is the PTT Tuesday, Push to Talk Tuesday. If you're out there and you want to say good morning, please come now.
VA3ARF mobile checking in.
Hey, V3RF, you just missed Admiral Bale fame. When I first met him, Simon there, DZT, VA3EWV had given him the nickname of Captain Bale fame. But now he's updated to Admiral, and then Hunter there is taking over Captain. How you doing this morning, Rob? Go ahead.
Not too bad, Ernest. Hello, Rick. It's, well, it was disheartening yesterday when I went to use it and it failed on me. I don't
up with that being wonky. The alarm, the horn was tooting, but the alarm wasn't going off or anything, and I'm having some electronics issues in the truck, so I don't know. It's all settled today, though. And anyway, I'll pass it back. I'm on the road north, and I haven't had any calls on the phone yet, so I thought I'd check in now. VA3EWV mobile.
No problem. When I saw you yesterday, like I said, I sold a chainsaw. The wife was actually scared of me using it anyway. I had bought the orange helmet with the ear protection and the face guard. I had bought the big thick gloves. I had bought the chaps or whatever, the anti-cut your leg off things and all that stuff. And I said to the wife, well, look, I'm trying to save up for an HF rig. I'm scoring around a 78. Every time I take my practice test, I haven't gone under a 75. So it won't be long, so I got to get some money together. And she's like, oh, I can't wait for you to sell that. Now, let me just roll this one time. The wife, my mom, everybody I know was anti-motorcycle. But now the wife's been seeing these little three-wheel, I don't know if they're called motorcycles or whatever, but she's been having her eye on that lately. So I said, well, you know, you said that the chainsaw stuff was dangerous, but you're still looking at motorcycles. But now I know what she's looking at. So we're going to, once we get our jobs and stuff like that, we're hoping to look into getting something like that. I see you passing by now there, VA3EWV. Anyway, any more check-ins, please come now on the Push to Talk edition of the On the Air with VA3EWV. Oh, did I time to repeat that? Probably.
VA3BS.
Go ahead there, Dean. Good morning to you. VA3BS, come on in.
Good morning. We're here. I think.
Well, you know, we're glad to have you here, Dean. Oh, I know this is depressing to you. I think this is day number 2 from the golf thing. See, you have to have other hobbies, you know. I know we have a couple of guys in the group there that love hunting, right? So they can go from one hobby to the other. I know Roger had brought me out there and looking at some model airplane, but I think he says he does model boats and stuff like that. So besides radio and golf, do you have any other hobbies there, VA3BS?
The other hobbies I have, I cannot say on the air.
Anyway, well, you have lots of friends, which is good. My kids tell me I have no friends, right? Anyway, I haven't heard from your twin there lately. Over?
I did already, and I think he's beating his face.
You know, you had me giggling there. The reason I said twin is because you were like, I'm on a Schwarzenegger and he's standing to beat him. I'm like, no. We need to turn that one around. Anyway, anything, what else you up to today, Dean?
Oh, about 5'9".
You're killing me. Yesterday I got to meet up with VA3EWV and his buddy named Steve there. And they were, I think Pete was saying that he was in healthcare of some sort. Both of them were. I've been amazed that I've seen this year, since I've been in Cornwall, I've seen more males that have been in healthcare, you know, than I ever have, no matter where I've lived. So I guess Cornwall is like the calling central for males in healthcare, eh?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I hear you on that one. He was joking along with his buddy and was saying that CPR, the way he gives his buddy CPR, he puts the heel of his foot in his chest, and then he starts doing the compressions. Anyway, you guys are something else. Y'all make me laugh all the time. Anyway, Dean, I am nicknaming Tuesdays until I find something else to do. Push to Talk Tuesdays there. You know, because so many people are out there and they listen, and so maybe they can do Push to Talk. And speaking of Push to Talk, we had almost a record of check-ins last night on the net, so that was awesome. Anyway, we're taking check-ins. We have 4 people already. VA3EWV, if you guys remember him, Simon, he had joined us for field day. He was in there on the mobile, heading to a class. We have VA3KCB down by the riverside, VE3ARF heading to work, and VA3BS Dean being bored. Anybody else want to check in? Please come now. Nothing heard, folks. I used to call this tongue-tied Tuesday because nobody could ever get their stuff out. Anyway, it's 8:15 a.m. here in St. Andrews, West Ontario. You're on the air with VA3EWV. We're 5 degrees this morning. Humidity 96%. High today is going to be 13. Low of 9. We're looking at 0 participation. That's what it says now, but we don't know if that's going to happen. That's the weather report here. Things going on in my land. I've been trying to figure out. I've been looking at YouTube and Googling how to connect 4 batteries together to make them work to do my, what do you call that thing? Inverter to power my 9 lights that are going to go around my house. So I want to make sure I'm wiring everything up right. Last night I noticed when I connected 1 battery to it, I was just doing the 1 test. So I connected 1 battery to the other battery, and now I can't see the thing online. But I was too lazy to go out in the middle of the night and see what was up. So hopefully I hadn't blown nothing up and just connecting the 1 battery to the other battery. But anyway, that's all in trying to figure out what it is to do with ham or anything. Someone was saying to me, if there's no problem with the radio, there's no such thing as radio. Anyway, this is VA3EWV looking for check-in number 4. Could that be you? Net recognizes VA3AQE. Hey, we heard you out there last night too coming in. It was a little bit in the weeds there a little bit on the handy talking. Do you have any of the other repeaters programmed in there, Mike? And good morning to you.
Well, yeah. So I've got some, Ernest. I can't really get in on the SBC very well. The PTC, sometimes I can do it from home, sometimes I can't. Or I don't hear you guys responding anyway. Yeah, I've got about 8 or 9 of them. I got CRA in here, I got the FHA, and I believe I got the Iroquois one as well, and maybe the one in Kingston.
Oh yeah, I can get into the Iroquois repeater from where I'm at too. You can too? Is that what you're saying?
No, not with the handy talking. I think I may be able to get it with my mobile though, if I ever get that installed in the truck over.
Okay, so right now you're working off of a handy talkie and then a handy talkie connected to your mobile antenna. So you don't have anything set up at like for a base, eh?
Oh, I don't have a base right now. Just a mobile that's not in the vehicle right at the moment. But even my antenna, I don't have this hooked up to my mobile antenna. This is strictly the A2 handheld with its original antenna over.
Well, you sounding good, that's for sure. You're coming in pretty good this morning. Yeah, so this is the season. I know I've sold a dual band to one of our friends here, but you know, anytime that there's lots of antennas and stuff floating around, I've also given away a dual band antenna. It was a metal one. It was one of my first ones, and I had given that to a new ham. So you know, all you have to do is put the word out. You may never know. You might get some if that's something that you're looking for. Anyway, we appreciate that you check in, Mike. And have you had your coffee yet this morning already?
Pulling up shortly there. We'll pick up the coffee over.
I hear that. It's always good and a pleasure to have you in there. So we've had 4 check-ins this morning, folks, on PTT Tuesday, Push to Talk Tuesday. Also, I'll put out there on the web of other ways to get in there. Digital is not everybody's cup of tea, but in a situation that you might be broken down or something, it might be good to load old EchoLink on your handheld, because you never know what might happen. So if you have EchoLink in there, Just download it on your mobile. There's like a little sign up. And then you can look for VE3PGC-L. If you look for that, you can pop it in there. And I think we had like four EchoLinks on my net on one day. I forget what day it is. And we used it last night, early night. We're on EchoLink last night. So that's another way to get there. If you have a local repeater in your area that is a part of the AllStar network, you can also go to node 2579 and link in through AllStar net. Anyway, 4 check-ins this morning looking for number 5. Could that be you? You can just even say hello and press that push to talk. This is VA3EWV on the air. Okay, nothing heard. We're going to do a little bit of a round robin. Let's see if VA3DZT has made his QTH yet. Nothing heard. VA3ARF in the mobile. Have you made it to your QTH or on your call?
So I'm just at the big metropolis of Gravel Hill. I'm not in Gravel Hill anymore.
Awesome. That's that's what it's all about. Well, thank you for that, Dean. VA3BS. You still in there, over?
I'm still here.
Well, good. We're moving on down the line. And VA3KCB, are you still hanging in there with us, over?
Oh, for sure. We're here. We're here usually till 9 or I decide to leave. Back to you.
Well, you know, truth be told, I'm always excited just to hear even one person. VE3ARF, he did tell me that, you know, radio is a two-way street, so if you're doing the net, you have to be talking to somebody. He said you just can't talk to yourself, or that's considered broadcasting. I'm like, oh, okay. So even if I have one person out there, you know, that's good enough for me. You know, I might have to prop up a cardboard replica of somebody, right? And change my voice and use their calls. No, I would never do that. But anyway, I have my different personalities. Maybe I need to buy a couple more call signs there, since that's something you can do in Canada. And I heard you can't do that at a lot of other places. You can't just go get another call sign. And I think that's why we have such a shortage here in Canada on call signs. Because I was watching some videos there of other people recording their stuff, and they're like, nope. You know, they don't play that. You have to go through a lot of stuff just to get a call sign. Anyway, this is Push to Talk Tuesday. I put a message out there for some new hams to see if they wanted to join in. They probably are scared to do so. But go ahead and shake it off and see if you can hit that PTT. But look for call-in number 5. Could that be you? VA3EWV listening. Okay, we might shorten this one on up today, and that's no big deal. We're almost at 8:30 a.m. this morning. If anybody wants to just add anything to the net, it's open mic right now. If you want to go ahead and say something or have a comment, please come now.
VA3BS.
Go ahead there. Net recognizes VA3BS. Dean, go ahead.
Just wanted to let everybody know I had a fight with zombies last night.
What? Oh my goodness. What do you mean you had a fight with zombies last night?
I had a fight with zombies, and I won. I woke up.
Oh, like for real? In your dreams you had a fight with zombies. Okay, do tell.
It's pretty gory. I can't do that. But I won. I woke up.
Oh my God. Well, look, we're glad you're back on this side of you know, of the living dead there. That's for sure. I had a brutal dream last night, and I'm going to be calling my mom and dad. I know I said to my wife yesterday, hey, look, I have to call my Aunt Bernice. she does dialysis 3 times a week. And I'm like, well, I'm going to call my Aunt Bernice. And then last night I had a dream that I got a call, and the person was telling me that there was something wrong at home. I need to go home. So I get home, and there's a truck parked in my living room with all these antennas. And I'm like, oh, that's a 2-meter antenna. That's a 70-centimeter antenna, you know? And then I'm like, why is there a truck parked in the house with all these antennas inside my parents' house, right? And I was like, that's really weird. And they start asking all these questions. And it turns out, because the healthcare is so expensive in the States, my mom decided to give my dad dialysis herself at home, and he died. And she was under investigation for killing him. I was like, what the hell kind of dream is that, right? But anyway, you know, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I got to call these people today to make sure everybody's all right. Back over to you, Dean, VA3DS.
At least mine had a good ending. That's all I can say to that.
I hear that. Anybody else out there with any comments? Go ahead, please. Oh, Lord have mercy. You guys are a wild bunch out there. Anyway, this is VA3EWV with Push to Talk Tuesdays. I see that Al there on the Annapolis Valley Amateur Radio Club, he's giving the big thumbs up out there and saying, carry on and get these people on the road there. He was also talking about crystal radios. Razor blade radio. There's an article on there, how to build the set. You know, make the call by winding 120 turns of fine cotton-covered wire around the tube fastened to the board as shown. So they were showing people how to make these radios out of razor blades. And it even has, I'll ask them, can I use that, and post it up on the net there. And Rob, you were talking about something with salt. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What were you talking about yesterday about the battery with the salt, the street lights? Oh, he must have his call coming in. Anyway, I'm going to share that image there. I know I don't want to mess up anything. I was looking at the parallel and the serial, and that's always been messing me up about how, like, what is best for, you know, an application. Is it parallel, putting things in a series or putting things in parallel? And as far as I understand so far, because it hadn't sank in yet, I think if you do anything in series, you're wanting more power. And if you're doing things in parallel, you want something else. Not more power, but more like longevity or something. I just don't get it. I need somebody to come and like hands-on and show me this stuff so I can understand what it's like, because I'm not understanding it the way the book's showing it. Anyway, we're looking for a number, check in number 5, could that be you, a VA3EWV listening? Okay, nothing else heard, folks. We're going to do one last round. It's almost 8:30 here, 1 minute before 8:30. We're going to have a little open mic. If anybody has any comments, you can come now. And if not, we'll be putting this repeater back to its normal use and enjoying the rest of our PTT Talk, PTT Tuesday. This is VA3EWV listening. All right, guys, we'd like to thank VA3DZT, Simon, VA3KCB, Rick, VE3ARF, Rob, VA3BS, Dean, and VA3AQE, Mike. We've had 30 great minutes of conversation here this morning. And I'll be standing by for anybody else that may come in on the net. Anyway, this is VA3EWV, and we're going to see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. And tomorrow we have the club meeting at 7 o'clock. This broadcast is not a part of the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club, but we will be seeing you guys tomorrow night at the club meeting. VA3EWV, and we're 7-3 clear. All right. All right, folks. That does it for today's episode.